Dorsette, who is Veronica Dorsette Hector, who is the acting Premier of Montserrat. Welcome, and my students.
Honorable Chair, members of the committee, and especially Mrs. Bramble Turner, who represents Canon, the Reverend Canon, Dr. Peter Bramble, our Honorable Minister, Dr. Bufang, and any other members of the Legislative Assembly present here, our peers, our elders, and our children, good morning. Whoever wishes to foresee the future must consult the past, for human events ever resemble times before. This is because, in spite of technology, events are produced by men and their passions do not change. It is indeed a true honor and privilege, because I do not take this lightly, to stand before you today as we gather to commemorate Emancipation Day on behalf of the Honorable Premier, RT, Meade, and the government and people of Montserrat. Emancipation Day, a day that holds profound meaning, not just for Montserrat, but for our Caribbean brothers and sisters, all people who understand the price and the value of freedom, dignity, and justice. I salute our ancestors, our freedom fighters, and I encourage you to pause and ask, particularly if we are in leadership, am I an answer to my ancestors' prayer? Whose prayer am I an answer to? Am I a freedom fighter? The purpose of this competition, as indicated to me, the Nincum Rally competition will award those who have won, children ages between 5 to 18, encouraging them to research and reflect on slavery and the concept of freedom, utilizing our folk song, "For So All Must Come Again," a key stimulus for writing, drawing, or depicting. Recently, we held our heads of government CARICOM leaders meeting, and the most honorable Dr. Andrew Holness charged us as Caribbean leaders to engage with our young people in decision making and shaping their future. And this requires that we are deliberate, sustained, and in a meaningful way. I would add, it is imperative, if our young people are to positively impact the present and understand the role of the future, preserving history and culture for nation building. For a man who does not know his history is doomed to repeat it. Today, we celebrate. We celebrate collaboration, because it is collaboration of this nature between the Bramble family and the National Trust that is helping us to understand even more deeply to know our history. For history informs our ethnicity, our culture, our politics, our family structures and practices, spiritual roots, which gives purpose and direction as individuals and as a people. Elders, I'm not old yet, but I include myself. Elders, we have a duty to ensure that this is transferred. The oral tradition of storytelling, poetry, has been an effective tool for transference, continuity, protection of a people and their identity. To that end, I sought to do this, and I ask your permission, or you crave your indulgence. I invited my adopted daughter, Zenaya Francis, to assist in writing these remarks. I challenge her to research and write from a child's perspective. I was following the mandate given to me at the heads of government meeting. I was deliberate, I was intentional, that the child who was born to non-Montserratian parents and is now growing up in the United Kingdom, but had a foundation in Montserrat, must understand her history because she is a part of the nation-building process that we are undertaking. Zenaya is an honor student in the United Kingdom and a former student of the Lookout Primary School. Today we are celebrating our teachers, we're celebrating our children as the torchbearers of this history. I also remember the first Nincum Riley celebration I attended at the Davy Hill Center, Museum Without Walls, organized by the Right Honorable Dr. Paris Barnes and the Bramble family. And Ramaya White wrote a poem that never left me. I found it profound. It also highlighted to me how our children experience the present when there's a vacuum in their history. It demonstrated again we must engage our children in this format, creating a platform to showcase their talents and nurture, as Mrs. Bramble Turner highlighted, our writers, future historians and poets and leaders who understand their history. So Howard espoused that building a nation was not only about economics, but the creative arts as well. Today, I salute the invaluable contribution of the Nincum Riley Project and the Montserrat Trust for its laudable work. Mrs. Turner Bramble, please take back our immense gratitude, the people and the government of Montserrat, to the Reverend Canon Dr. Peter Bramble, and let him know that I miss him terribly because we had such a great time on the last occasion when we were together. Today we are not here just to celebrate, but to educate, reflect, and remember. This event is driven by the work of the Nincum Riley Project and the Montserrat National Trust. Look where they have come from and where we are. And together, we are moving forward. It shines a spotlight on Montserrat's unique emancipation story as well. A story of resistance, resilience, and ultimate liberation. At the heart of this story is a name that echoes through generation, Nincum Riley. Was he an answer to his grandmother's prayer? Many of us had heard the folk song, and it was sung so beautifully today. For so August come again. Hurrah for Nincum Riley. Hit back. Hurrah for Nincum Riley. These words are more than just lyrics. They are a declaration of courage, of pride, of an ancestor, a woman, a man, which symbolize the moment when hope broke through the chains of slavery for our island. Nincum Riley stood at a time of immense injustice and read aloud the act of the abolition of slavery on August 1st, 1834, a day that marked a turning point in our history, our island, our lives. Yet the reality of that day was far more complex and outright than freedom. Although the act declared that enslaved persons are free, no longer called slaves,